Oh, I hit a wall. My mouth is so dry. Why do I do this to myself? I was just coming here for an easy breezy fallow deer hunt, you know. Drive around, shoot a buck, and then park my truck way the hell over there. And I've walked up and down every ridge. And of course, I didn't bring that much water. I always do this kind of crap. And every time I say I'm not going to do that again. Water. Someone bring me something to drink, please.
There are always times when you can make a hunt a lot easier on yourself, but I've never been one to want that option. I like to work for it, and the open country of central New Zealand is just the place.
It's like Hog Johnson to me. I think I can make this happen. Let's bomb off this thing and get her done.
For the last year, I've been constantly dreaming of coming back to this place. A place on the other side of the world that perfectly resembles my home. The only difference is, this place holds some of the best fallow deer hunting I've had a chance to encounter. There's something about wild fallow deer that just drives me crazy. I've been dreaming of taking a good fallow stag for the last 5 years, but for some reason, the real giants have always evaded me.
I can see in this open country it's definitely going to be a problem. I mean, God, there might be 100, 200 does out here, I don't know. There's a lot of them. And, I mean, just sneaking up with that many eyes is pretty tricky, especially in the open. So maybe I'm gonna hike into some more mountainous stuff and maybe be able to sneak them out of the pockets a little better. These fallow deer are super spooky. I mean, they don't stick around. They can see a half a mile away and they're running, they're gone. So key for me is to just pick a spot. I'm trying to get tucked out of the wind behind this rock, just sit in glass, and I might be looking, 3 miles away. I got the spotting scope. I'll get the spotting scope out and just sitting here really just picking apart the hillside. There's a deer about 3 miles away. Oh God, here comes that rain. Reindeer time. I think the rain's lucky because last time I shot a buck here, it was just a downpour.
It seems like this week, the weather wants to move in and move in fast. The winds are ripping and making the already wary animals even more on edge, pushing them into tiny sheltered pockets. Filming in gale force winds is never easy, but I'll have to adjust and just go with it.
Shot him, I can see his right side a little better. It was okay, it wasn't as good as his left, but he was a nice buck. I just kind of fed off, just to get a little darker everywhere.
We designed the Solo Hunter bino harness to be ultra functional in the field, particularly for bow hunters. It needed to be low profile, compact, super quiet but durable, and have one-handed operation. I think for the most part, we nailed it.
And does all across this big plateau here. Up a little higher than I was last night. There's just some good pockets and does everywhere, but not as big a groups as we're down lower. I'm hoping that I might just find a buck off by himself that's not interested in rutting, just kind of hanging out, because then there's less eyes to contend with. I'm just gonna get to a good spot and clap.
I had a shot on a nice deer the first night, but I want to continue hunting, so I'm headed into a higher spot on the mountain to glass as many pockets as I can, with the hope of digging up a bigger buck.
That looks like a nice buck. I've got what looks to be a shooter buck bedded in the shade of two big rocks. It's a nice deer. I just don't know how I'm going to get on it because he's right between those rocks. I think if I get over there, I'll either be shooting on the skyline, which I don't want, or the rocks will be in the way. Plus there's a lot of other deer scattered around. I'm going to keep an eye on him because depending on where he moves, I definitely like to try to get close to that buck. It's a long ways over there, so I'm just going to start my hike and get a little bit closer. It's at least 2 miles. There's a lot of up and down in between. Just get a move on it. Terrain here is just unbelievable. It's just big rolling mountains, and it's got these big rocks and boulders, and just a lot of, I mean, it's open, but there's a lot of places for big deer to hide. He's up and he's pushing some does right now. Must have got out of his bed. This is the last little hill for that ridge that was in between the buck and where I spotted him from. Just have to crawl right up behind the rock and then ease over and set the camera up. While I went out of sight, those deer must have fed over the top. I really don't know where they went.
Keeping your rifle protected, clean, and dry while hunting is a big priority, but so is having the ability to get at it quickly when you need it. That's where the rifle cover comes into play.
I have this thing on my rifle all the time. Until it's time to pull the trigger, this rifle cover is on my rifle.
I spotted a buck I wanted to shoot, but by the time I closed the gap, he was nowhere to be found. The winds are beginning to swirl, making it challenging to say the least. The best I can do now is to continue hunting hard and hopefully spot another big buck.
It's not looking real good for me right now. The wind's starting to go the wrong way. The deer all blew out. Not good. Frustrating. Looks like I blew everything out, which is a major bummer because this was the prime time. I was hoping to find a good buck. I did see a nice buck, but it just didn't work out. So back up to the top and at it again tomorrow morning. Got some deer spotted this morning, way out on this flat, maybe a couple miles. It looks like a really even buck, and I'm gonna go and see if I can't get close. There's a lot more contour up here than I was thinking, so I should be able to sneak into right where he was. Should be getting close. Oh. The doe just spooked off right toward where they were at. Dang it. There's a little buck over here, but I don't see the big buck anywhere. I don't know where that big buck went. Could be anywhere, really. I'm gonna keep going further up. And then if I don't see him, I'm gonna just circle back around. Big grassy hillsides, big rocky, craggy draws that just keep going and going and going. There are some big bucks here, though. Just gotta find them. It's like Hog Johnson to me. I think I can make this happen. Just bomb off this thing and get her done. Got up to where I thought he is. I don't see him, but I've got this rock picked out, and I remember I should be able to shoot across. I just hope he didn't get in here. Bust out of there. Crap. He runs off. The deer was huge. The hell, this one just sucks. There's no good way. I'm so frustrated right now. That's it. That's probably game over for me.
For information on Solo Hunter rifle covers or our bino harness system, or to find us on social media for exclusive photos and videos, connect with us on our website at solohunter.com.
I've got some deer spotted this morning, way out on this flat, maybe a couple miles. It looks like a really even buck, and I'm gonna go and see if I can't get close. There's just a lot of deer between me and him, lots of does and other things. These deer have been giving me the runaround. I'm getting the ones that I can shoot, I'm just like too picky on. And then the ones that I do want to shoot, they just slip away. The wind is starting to move in pretty fierce over this draw. And I'm just gonna start working my way back up. It's rough country in here. This may be one of those hunts where I pass up good bucks and end up going home empty-handed, but it's a risk I'm willing to take. Can't kill the big one if you shoot the little one, but can't shoot any, so you might as well shoot the little one on the last day.
The winds have been harsh all week, but I'm now in the worst of it. The wind has picked up to over 75 knots, and it's down to the last few hours of the hunt. Just as I think it's over, I spot a big buck bedded tight in a pocket, avoiding the wind. This is my last opportunity. I'm going to have to make it count.
working my way back around because I'm making a big circle, and I see a deer bedded, and I didn't think it was, I was like, oh, another deer. I just figured it was a doe. Turns out it was a huge buck. I've been hunting fallow deer for probably 5 years now, and it's the one animal that I've really wanted to get a trophy with. And this buck is huge. Not to mention that fallow deer is some of my favorite meat on the planet. It's just a double bonus. I don't even know if you can hear me. I'm like yelling and I can barely hear myself. Oh man, this deer is unbelievable. This buck is just all around insane. He's got everything. Just awesome buck. I was looking at him straight on. I saw he came up good, and I was like, okay, yeah, that's a big deer. And then he turned, and I saw all this. That's exactly what I was looking for. I mean, couldn't have asked for a better buck, to be honest. I can hunt the rest of my life and never shoot one this big.
I've wanted to take a fallow buck like this for years. Through the harsh winds and in the last hour, everything fell into place. I would have thought that my itch for hunting big fallow deer would be scratched after taking a good buck, but instead, it's made my obsession that much stronger.